the beginning of the podcast, you are one of the few Black founders in the cybersecurity field. And this is a growing field. At this moment, there are like more job openings than people qualified for those jobs. Those are well-paying jobs. And the reason why we are here today is because I've heard you speak and I was like really like super impacted by everything you've been sharing this day, but also by your passion to close this gap and also to bring more minorities into the field. So what are you doing to close this gap? And what is your advice for minorities who would like to break into cybersecurity?
Yeah, for me, there's a few ways that I see that I can directly impact getting more people like us that look like us into this field. And the first is I have to continue to be public. I have to continue to be a representation for people to see like, oh, I can be a cybersecurity founder. I can go out and do these things that I've dreamed about, but I never saw anyone that looked like me doing. I think representation is really, really important. And anybody that is in a leadership position that is a minority owes it to the people that are coming up to be public and to speak and to just go out there and show them that, hey, it's possible to do this. The other aspect is making sure that I'm hiring a diverse team, that we have a significant amount of folks on our team that are Black, brown, from underrepresented backgrounds. And we've done that. You know, most of it, I don't know the exact stat, but I think well over 50% of our team are Black or minorities, and half of our leadership team are women, and a significant amount of our team are Black women. So it's something that has been core to what we're doing. We'll continue as we grow the company. We'll make sure that we have diversity metrics that we kind of assess ourselves on to make sure that we're not building companies that look like every other company out there. That is a company that is truly diverse. And one of the rules we have is that we cannot close a interview process until we have interviewed a minority candidate. You have to interview at least one minority candidate before you can close in the interview process. And we'll continue to do that, where the challenge with folks breaking into this industry is oftentimes we don't get a chance. We don't get the interview. We don't get the opportunity just to even present ourselves because we're not breaking through those gates. So we'll make sure that our pipelines include people that are from underrepresented groups. And then, you know, I think mentoring is a big thing for me as well. I obviously can't hire everyone in the world that is a Black person or a brown person as much as I would want to. But I can give folks advice and spend time with people one-on-one to really help them grow their careers. And anytime I mentor someone or help someone out, they always say like, hey, how can I help? How can I pay you back? What can I do? And I'm like, well, now you got to go get someone else in the field. Your job is to pay it forward and go pull someone else up. And that's my challenge to all of the folks that I mentor and reach out to and help is, it's you got to do the next step. You got to take it in. And I think that's the way that we do this, is like we just continue to create more and more of us in this field that can reach back and pick folks up. And for people trying to break in, I think I would focus on learning the cloud. Pick a cloud provider, Amazon, Microsoft, Google, doesn't matter, and learn as much about the cloud as you can, because every company is a cloud company nowadays. So you can't protect something that you don't know what it is. So go learn what the cloud is. That's really important. And another kind of cliche statement here, but network. If you think you want to be a cybersecurity penetration tester who breaks into people's applications legally and gets paid to do that, then go and find someone that's doing that and talk to them and figure out what did they do? How did they break into this field? If you want to be a compliance professional, go find a compliance professional to talk to, because you don't know what you don't know.
Yes.
And it's much better to go hear it from the source than read all of the hundreds of blogs you're going to find when you go online, or take all the boot camps. Like, I'm not saying not to do those things, but you will save yourself. Every time I've talked to someone that is a little bit further ahead than the position that I'm in, I realized how much time I would have wasted if I didn't ask that person those questions. So don't waste that much time by trying to figure all this stuff out on your own. I used to have a boss in the Army that told me, don't suffer in silence. And I think a lot of minorities that are trying to break into an industry suffer in silence. They try to do so much on their own, when there's people out there that they can talk to, that they can ask questions to, that they can spend time with, that will help them, navigate some of those pitfalls or roadblocks that we all have run into that we don't want the next person to do. That